Let's agree on one thing. Florentino Perez should go back to Abramovich and ask for his money back, because this is not even close to the Eden Hazard that we saw with Chelsea. No speed, can't get past people. He even forgot how to pass the ball. On the other side of the country, we see Barcelona, who are having a great run of games lately, getting win after win with performances from Griezmann and Dembele, who, to be honest, we all thought they forgot how to play football, but I guess only Hazard did. So why not talk about Real Madrid and Barcelona games with some La Liga rant? Okay, should we start with Madrid first? I think we should. How on earth you can draw with Osasuna, who by the way are 19th in the league table, playing so bad that you actually were lucky to get the draw. Osasuna had 2 chances to score, but they were unlucky. Then after the game, we got all these terrible excuses from the players and Zidane. I mean, really, against Osasuna. Thibaut Courtois came out after the match and said La Liga are treating us like puppets, and Zidane also making excuses for the team. And then later on, we find out that Real Madrid didn't officially ask La Liga to postpone the game. You got the only player with balls, Toni Kroos, to come out and say there is no excuses for what happened in that game. I mean, how can you play this bad against that team? Zidane talked about the delays and the storm, so that makes us think the players were not actually ready for the game. Okay, how about playing some young players who can actually run instead of the retirement village that we saw in the starting 11? We had 5 players in that lineup who are 30 years old or above. Of course you're gonna be shit. They can't run and they are not ready to play. Then you get the shit we saw on TV. Just to finish with Real Madrid on this, Arsenal played in more situations than this and won 4-0. Yes, Arsenal. Now talk about excuses. And moving on to Barcelona. They were actually playing so good, enjoyable football. Of course, I'm not getting carried away with this win against Granada. They are not the team to measure Barcelona against, but the signs that we saw were actually very positive. And when talking about positives, playing that 4-3-3 system rather than the 4-2-3-1 gives Dembele and Griezmann less defensive duties. Rather than always checking their shoulders and tracking back players, they can now do what they can do best, which is creating and scoring goals. Of course, that's until Griezmann actually puts on one of his regular performances and we go back to hammering him. Another positive is how good frenkie de Jong. What we saw from him in the match reminded me of Ajax game against Madrid in the Champions League. Barcelona needs to see more of this from him every single game. And finally, I have to end up with some magic. You cannot give this guy the credit that he deserves. Never. That free kick, his first goal wasn't bad, but man, that goal. I mean, come on, the idea of a player lying under the wall so that you cannot go underneath the wall, but not for this guy. He said, okay, I just do the same thing on the other side. Again, magic. That's all from me today. Would love to know what you think of the Madrid game or that Messi goal. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you next time.